It's the end of another work week. Guyana's first lift of oil set for February and 2 new primary schools commissioned in South Rupununi. Welcome to InfoHub. It's Friday, January 31. It's 30 days to general elections and 23 days to our Golden Jubilee Republic anniversary. Thank you for joining us. Shell Western Supply and Trading Limited will lift Guyana's first share of oil from the Liza Phase 1 development in the next few days.
This was expressed by Director of the Department of Energy, Dr. Mark Bino, during a radio interview.
I am sitting here and I can say definitively that Guyana's first million-barrel entitlement will be shipped in February.
The energy head was at the time responding to questions about the nature of the deal Guyana has with ExxonMobil and its co-venturers Hess and Sinnock, which some have criticized, saying the country could have secured more favorable terms. Part of Guyana's public sharing agreement states that the country receives 2% royalty in addition to 50% of profit oil.
Within the petroleum sector, we have what we call a royalty and tax regime, or you can have net production sharing arrangements plus royalty, which is what Guyana has, or you can have gross production sharing agreements and royalties. Now, the beauty about what Guyana has is that from day one, as I indicated, you start receiving benefits. If you were to go with a tax royalty regime, which is what Suriname has, now that's where the comparison people have been making. But they've just been making the comparison between what Suriname has and our royalty and neglecting in its totality the discussion around profit oil.
Guyana commenced oil production on December 20, 2019, and the first lift of crude was done by ExxonMobil.
Walking lengthy hours to school is now a thing of the past for students of 2 South Rupununi villages.
These pupils now have access to 2 fully equipped primary schools in Bashaizan and Ashuib that were commissioned on Thursday by Minister of Indigenous Affairs Honorable Sidney Alicock and Minister of Social Cohesion Dr. the Honorable George Norton.
Now the school is here right now, newly built, so I'm very glad so that the children now will have access to education.
Adding that the students have better opportunities today than ever before, Minister Alicock reminded the residents that Guyana needs a range of professional specialties to move forward.
The President is so passionate in allowing every single Guyanese to be given that opportunity for better education, higher education, and he's also stressing that you don't have to go to Georgetown to be educated.
Regional Education Officer Region 9, Kian Adams, noted that in today's global world, education is both a necessity and an investment, which must be embraced with the seriousness it deserves.
Nelson Mandela posits, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. With that in mind, this school was built to give each child of this village access to quality education.
Assistant Regional Executive Officer Althea Fitzpatrick revealed that another secondary school will be built in Lethem this year to accommodate the growing number of students.
With all the opportunities that is arising in our country,
Guyana.
We want your children to benefit in the Rupununi.
Previously, many students had to walk up to 6 miles to school daily. Since 2019, 8 new schools have been built and commissioned in hinterland communities, creating more learning spaces with another 4 expected soon. Letitia Isaacs for InfoHub.
The diplomatic community celebrates Guyana's Golden Jubilee Republic anniversary with a fair hosted by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
Held at the Durban Park, the fair attracted ambassadors, other senior officials, and students. Foreign Secretary Carl Greenwich, delivering the feature address, said the importance of Guyana becoming a republic cannot be overstated and is worthy of celebration.
That republican status bestows upon a nation and its people great power, but also great responsibility. The freedom from the rule of a monarch, the promise of self-governance, and the ability to forge our own path to prosperity are key in this.
Greenwich expressed hope that the fair serves as a way of informing the public on the role of the diplomatic service. He also noted that over the years, Guyana has maintained amicable relations with over 100 countries.
The ministry has ensured that it has been successful in preserving and protecting the territorial integrity and sovereignty of the nation. And here it must be mentioned that Guyana has maintained amicable, productive, and harmonious relations with over 100 states in various parts of the world.
And Director of Bilateral Affairs, Michael Burleson, also expressed hope that the fair brings clarity to the importance of diplomatic service.
We hope that the public will take this opportunity to not only learn more about the countries and organizations represented here today, but will also gain an even greater insight to the everyday duties of those who serve in the diplomatic service here, and indeed the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Guyana.
On February 23, Guyana will celebrate its Golden Jubilee anniversary under the theme Guyana Together, Reflect, Celebrate, and Transform. Isaiah Braffett for InfoHub.
In a bid to increase investment in the renewable energy sector, the Global Green Growth Institute partnered with the Department of Environment to engage several stakeholders.
Consultant at GGI, Sudha Galapudi, explained that the public-private partnerships should be embraced since substantial capital is needed to achieve national projects. Galapudi pointed out that income classification, high debt burdens, and access to global capital markets are some reasons why interested citizens should join hands to attain this goal. During remarks, Director of the Department of Environment, Nibidi Schweiers, reflected on the successful partnerships between GGI and the Environment Department that dates back to 2017. Under the Urban Sector Solar Energy Program, the duo executed a project aimed to create the conditions necessary to scale up distributed solar PV technology in Guyana.
As part of this project, 44 companies were visited, while technical and economic analyses were done for 34 companies. The output of this project saw the creation of a pipeline of 14 megawatt power of potential solar rooftop PV.
Further, GGGI applied to the Green Climate Fund for aid through its readiness support to assist additional work in Guyana. This funding was approved and work commenced in February last year under the project Enhancing Guyana's Access to GCF to Transition to Renewable Energy. In keeping with the nation's Green State Development Strategy Vision 2040, Guyana is expected to convert to 63% renewable energy by 2035 and shift to a low-carbon emissions transport sector, among other actions. Shaquille Bourne for InfoHub.
When the news returns, West Rupununi youth benefiting from STEM robotics, author training at ICT Hub, and Javinski vows to bring the heat to soca and calypso competitions. Details of these stories and more after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back. Children and young adults of West Rupununi are benefiting from training in STEM robotics and other areas being offered at the Information and Communications Technology Hub, commissioned in the community 1 year ago.
It's saving me a lot on the money-wise. Every day my two daughters come home, they get assignment, different homework to do, and all I got to do is tell them, go in there and do what you have to do. So I'm real overwhelmed with what the government is doing.
This is Abiola Moses, a mother of 7 who proudly stated that since the ICT Hub was commissioned 1 year ago, her children are more technologically in tune. She also urged other adults like herself to let their children take full advantage of the opportunities under the present administration.
I'm encouraging them to come, bring out the children, come and see the benefit of the hub. And it is there for the children in the West Rupununi community and even other children around, because children normally come there every day.
Marissa Andrews is the overseer at the institution. She told InfoHub that since the hub was commissioned, the youths of the community are exposed to several training programs.
We have the reading classes. It's from the age groups of 7 to 12, and it's every Tuesday and Thursday afternoons from 4 p.m. with the volunteers from the Youth Challenge Guyana. And we have the robotics classes, that is every Saturday from 9 to 11.
A total of 172 ICT hubs have been commissioned across the 10 administrative regions in keeping the coalition government's policy of ensuring connectivity and internet access. For InfoHub, Ayana George.
Minister of Business, the Honorable Hemraj Rajkumar, today took a tour of the Leg 1 chip factory. InfoHub's Gavin Lewis was there and has that story.
You know, we are creating some jobs for not only the workers here, but the farmers also will have already market for their produce, and I think that's a good thing. You know, I'm happy to know that within a few weeks, our initiative will be making a meaningful contribution to the people in Leg 1 and those, you know, who depend on this institution. I think it's a good initiative. Quite a lot of young people. I know that my vision is to create jobs, but more particularly to ensure that the younger person, the younger generation, benefit.
That was Minister of Business, the Honorable Hemraj Rajkumar. According to Lynn Halls, the factory's supervisor, plant and produce should be expected in the next month.
At this stage, we intend to market the product local, especially to shop, supermarket, and later on with the collaboration of the GMC, we'd look for external.
The residents of Leg 1 are grateful for the training as it exposed them to better skills and future employment. For InfoHub, Gavin Lewis.
Filled with a passion for music and what it stands for, 21-year-old Jovinsky Thorne is preparing to bring the heat to both the soca and calypso competitions with his songs Spread the Love and Delete Yourself.
Sometimes I can't hold back the tears when I think what we do to this country. I'm talking to you, the citizens.
Before this starts, InfoHub caught up with Jovinsky to find out what fuels his passion.
I love all different types of music. It's never a challenge for me to learn something new. So I just venture out into many different genres of music, and I love the energy from the crowd, my fans. That is what drives me to various competitions.
Though this year's competition can be considered stiff, Jovinsky said he is confident as his journey in the junior calypso and soca competition will show another side of him.
It's been great. It's been a different journey for me. From then to now, I've grown so much in music. I've grown so much as a person, as you can see. I've grown so much. I meet new people every day that tell me that they like my music, the style of music that I do. They say, continue, you're a young man, you have far to go. I know this, and my journey is, I could just say it's great.
This year's entry for Jovinsky promotes the message of love, respect, and harmony. The semi-finals of the competition will be held on February 7th and 8th at the Skeldon Heritage Park and the Linden Municipal Bus Park, respectively. Fans are also asked to visit the Department of Social Cohesion's Guyana Republic Jubilee 2020 Facebook page to vote for their favorite artists. Just click the like button and follow the page to ensure your vote is valid for the 2020 People's Choice Awards. Neola Damon, InfoHub.
As we prepare for Elections Day on March 2, if you haven't done so as yet, check to ensure your name is on the revised list of electors. Voting is your democratic right. That's all for today. Connect with us on all our social media platforms, including WhatsApp, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Much more news is on our website, dpi.gov.gy. Your bridge and weather reports are up next. Have a safe and enjoyable weekend. Goodbye for now.